In today's episode, the Toyota Camry, variously. Hello and welcome to Course your car brochure channel, the channel that gives you car brochures from around the world for the 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s and sometimes beyond. So if you're interested in cars, car brochures, looking back at cars gone by, really bringing back those memories, then please do consider subscribing. It is all completely free. Anyway, back to today's episode. In fact, the last few weeks we've been looking at various different models of Toyota. Today, kind of like following the same sort of idea, picking a model in the Toyota range and looking at sort of various different, in no particular order I have to say, but various different generations of a marque. Today we picked the Camry, the sort of very much forgotten car. It never really did anything fantastically apart from being exceptionally reliable, which, to be honest with you, is what most people really want. We'll start with the newest brochure here and then work our way back. So the newest brochure today is 1999, which is usually the edge of the scope for Course Light. We very rarely move into the 2000s, and here we have a full range Toyota brochure for North America. Therefore, of course, we have the Camry in these pages. So we'll look at the text, look at some of these images, and then we'll go back in time. Uncompromising, it starts by telling us. Admire Camry's elegant and distinctive styling. Delight in the fluid power of Camry's exceptional engineered 4-cylinder and V6 engines. Engines that not only operate silently and smoothly, but do so with respect for our valuable resources and the environment. Relax in Camry's spacious, comfortable, well-appointed and remarkably silent interior. Reawaken your driving spirit with Camry's precise handling, smooth ride and solid road holding ability. Camry reflects the quality, dependability and reliability upon which all Toyota vehicles are measured. Available in 4 superbly equipped models: CE, CE V6, LE or XLE V6. So this is your top of the range model at the time, the Camry XLE V6, the ultimate Camry with a powerful 3-litre 194 horsepower V6 engine, premium sound system and a long list of amenities. Superbly equipped and powered by 133 horsepower, 2.2 litre engine with sequential electronic fuel injection. And the base model CE, so a 5-speed manual with a 2.2 litre 4-cylinder engine or a 4-speed auto transmission on the 3-litre V6 or the 2.2 litre 4-cylinder. The choice is yours. Quite surprised actually that the base model gets all that choice. And our image is of the top of the range Camry XLE V6. Apparently this is shown in antique sage pearl. Just looks like silver from this angle, but nevertheless, a completely boring car, but I think this is peak Toyota in the extreme reliability at this time, capable of doing huge miles, and really, do you want anything other than that in an everyday car? So yeah, we should take our hats off more to the Camry really, because it is very much a forgotten model. But anyway, let's go back in time. So we're still in the 90s, 1992 for this full range Toyota brochure. And Toyota Camrys variously, so let's read about them, we'll come back to the images. The totally new 1992 Camry LE rules the road with the opulence and power reserved for luxury touring cars. The sensuous aerodynamic body is significantly longer and wider, providing each rider more room in every direction, with air conditioning, power windows and door locks standard. Performance tuned fully independent suspension and 5-speed manual overdrive transmission give free rein to the 2.2 litre 130 horsepower 4-cylinder engine or optional 3 litre V6 with 185 horsepower. That leaps from 0 to 60 in a respectable 7.8 seconds. So we got a little bit image here of a sedan. It tells us this is dark green mica. Very hard to see that colour from here though. But if I move the camera down, we get a nice little drawn image. It tells us the longer wheelbase and transversely mounted engine expand cabin space in every direction, providing 5 adults with the greatest headroom, leg and shoulder room of any Camry ever. On the inside, while the front bucket seats recline fully, the rear bench seat contains a fold-down centre armrest and dual headrests for touring comfort. Rich fabric upholstery shows the upscale spirit of the new generation Camry. Not a badly designed front dash actually, very plasticky as it was in that particular era, but looks very well equipped. It tells us from the 4-speaker AM FM cassette and headlight auto cancel system to cruise control and colour keyed bumpers, luxury rules the Camry lifestyle. The driver's side airbag supplemental restraint system, SRS, is designed to inflate to in frontal impacts of sufficient magnitude. This makes the use of seatbelts mandatory. Yeah, North America still reluctant to put seatbelts on, so a bit of a reminder there. Then we get an image of the LE V6 model in dark silver metallic. Anyway, let's go back in time further. So going all the way back now to 1983, and to be honest with you, this is a very personal thing, but the 80s are my favourite era of cars. So for me personally, they get more interested in this era, and certainly a reminder what they look like in North America. We'll go through the text, have a look on the inside, these images and the specifications. So starting with the sedan, a bit of a reminder that there was a liftback version as well at this time. If you think excitement, dash and luxury can't possibly describe a family sedan, you haven't seen the all-new Camry. Add remarkable spaciousness and roominess and you've got the newest Toyota, which is to be introduced this spring. Camry brings new attention and refinement to the art of family transportation. The 4-door Camry gets its zip from a 2 litre 90 horsepower engine with electronic fuel injection, plus some of the same luxury that abounds in the Cressida, like plush fabric and cut pile carpeting. Camry has plenty of space for 5 adults and a smooth, luxurious ride from 4-wheel independent suspension. You get safe, reliable traction from front-wheel drive. You also have a 5-speed manual overdrive transmission, standard for that sporty feeling, even with a full family load. In the city, you may prefer the electronic controlled transmission. It's a 4-speed overdrive automatic that gives you power, normal or economy driving modes at the touch of a button. Standard power steering and power brakes contribute to family safety, while other power options like sunroof, door locks, windows and antenna make the luxury complete. Don't just drive your family, give it a real run for the money with the 1983 Camry Sedan. And there is the Camry Sedan. Interesting front end actually with those quad headlamps and the bonnet or hood, shall I call it. That very unusual design with this sort of bulge in the front looks very, very 80s. At the time, a very forgettable car, but I think I really like the design now. It's just very simple. The interior, I do much prefer 80s interiors. A few different colours mixed in there. We even got a rev counter. Very nice. So you could also get the more practical lift back. Hatchbacks were never really a big thing in North America, but I always preferred them. The long luxury sweep of the all-new 1983 Camry liftback announces family value in dramatic terms. The 5-door Camry stands for the greatest combination of spaciousness, styling and safety. It's got glitter with go. The long wheelbase gives a terrific roominess. The wide stance and rack and pinion steering add excellent ride and handling. Luxury abounds from the racy tachometer to the regal, the driver's side keyhole that lights at the touch of the door handle. The split folding rear seats have room enough for 3, and the driver's seat has a lumbar support and even adjusts vertically front and rear. Look to Camry for exceptional value like the 4-speaker AM/FM MPX stereo. Then make the spacious new member of the Toyota family a glamorous addition to yours, or to your own. And there it is. I much prefer it. It's more interesting. Almost looks like, it might be the light, but it looks like it's almost like a two-tone gold colour, that one. Of course, this is North America, so we do get silly over-the-top bumpers, but nevertheless, it does make for a very interesting design, particularly with those unusual wheels. Specification. So the engine this time is a 1996cc 4-cylinder SOHC with EFI and hydraulic lash adjusters. Horsepower 92 at 4200 RPM. Transmission's a 5-speed manual overdrive or an optional 4-speed electronically controlled overdrive auto. Suspension front McPherson struts, coil springs. Rear independent McPherson struts, dual lower parallel links, coil springs. Brakes, power-assisted front disc, rear drum. Steering, rack and pinion with power variable assist. Tyres 185/70 SR13 steel belted radials. Tells you a bit about the cargo capacities and the fuel capacities being 52.3 litres or 11.5 gallons. So just as a bit of a bonus, I do have a Which magazine from the UK for 1989. And of course we did get the Camry in the UK as well, so let's see what they thought about it. So this is what it looked like in the UK. This is a Camry pre-January 87. Tells us poor wet road grip apart, rewarding to drive and lots of other virtues. So the 2-litre engine was apparently very lively. Engine smooth, reasonably flexible. Gears worked quite well. Very relaxed cruising in 5th. Powered steering, always very light. Fairly precise, but without much feel or assurance. Handling predictable. Grip easily lost in dry when accelerating out of a turning or when cornering in wet. Stability good, even in side winds, but upset by bumps on corners. Brakes good in normal use, could be heavy in emergency. Driving position exceptionally good. Most controls easily used, impressive digital display, could be masked by bright sunlight. Very good all-round visibility and headlights. Visors left sizable gaps. Top of dashboard could reflecting screen. Front seat supportive, comfortable. Not so good in back where plenty of legroom, not much headroom. Ride good, seldom jolty even on rough roads. Engine induced body boom, worse in back, but other noise not a problem. Excellent heating, poor ventilation, closely linked to heater. And if I just move the camera down, it's talking there about a 2-litre GLI, which they tested in October 86. Few car facts there, so servicing every 5,000 miles, DIY mostly easy. Depreciation middling, top speed 105, acceleration 18.5 would have been a quarter mile. Sadly for reliability, it tells us too few members reporting, basically members of which put in their views, filled out a form, but I think they needed so many to get a reasonably true picture. Sadly, not enough reporting, it's telling us there, but of course, really the main reason you bought a Toyota was for reliability. And if I just move the camera over slightly, that is your Toyota Carina. Stars is above average, Circle is average, so you know we can predict that it was a pretty good car, and that's probably what it was. Similar story for the Corolla, exceptionally good and very reliable motor cars. But anyway, that brings us to the end of today's episode and the Toyota Camry. Tell me which of these is your favourite. Mine, of course, is going to be the 80s, but that's just me. I do like the era. And even tell me if there's a different generation you prefer. But thank you so much for watching today. Pleasure having you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Very much appreciated. I'll also throw some boxes on the left hand side there for other videos if you want to continue viewing, because we have got over 900 episodes now, so really something for everybody. But thank you so much for watching today. Please do take care. We'll see you again very soon. All the best and goodbye.